In the frozen forests of the Russian Far East, something moves through the snow that makes every other predator on Earth step aside. Not the lion, not the leopard, not the wolf. The Siberian tiger is the largest cat that has ever walked this planet, and in its territory, nothing, absolutely nothing, holds its ground. Panthera tigris altaica. At up to 300 kilograms and 3.3 meters from nose to tail, it is the largest felid on Earth, larger than a lion, larger than any cat that has existed in the last 10,000 years. And it lives not in the warm savannahs we associate with apex predators, but in one of the most extreme cold environments on the planet, the Russian taiga, where winter temperatures drop to -40 degrees Celsius. The Russian Far East, Primorsky Krai, winters that last 6 months, temperatures that kill exposed skin in minutes, a landscape so vast and so silent that an animal can disappear into it completely. This is not a habitat the tiger tolerates, it is a habitat the tiger owns. Its coat is among the most sophisticated thermal insulation systems in the mammal world, a dense underfur layer trapping body heat, while longer guard hairs repel snow and moisture. The pale orange coloration, significantly lighter than southern tiger subspecies, is not aesthetic. It is camouflage calibrated specifically for a world of snow, shadow, and dark tree trunks. Tiger cubs are born blind and completely dependent, entering a world that would kill them in minutes without their mother's warmth. Every hour outside the den is a lesson in movement, stealth, and the reading of a landscape that reveals and conceals in equal measure. The mother does not teach through instruction, she teaches through proximity. The snow is not an obstacle to be overcome, it is the medium through which a Siberian tiger learns to be a Siberian tiger. By full maturity, 3 to 4 years for females, 4 to 5 for males, the juvenile has become something the Russian forest has spent hundreds of thousands of years producing. The forepaw delivers a strike force of over 10,000 newtons. A single strike can break the spine of an adult elk. The canine teeth reach 7.5 centimeters, the longest of any living felid, driving between vertebrae with over 1,000 pounds per square inch to deliver a single neurological kill. The striping renders 300 kilograms functionally invisible at 30 meters in birch forest. The ears rotate independently across a 360-degree acoustic field, hearing frequencies double the range of human hearing. The eyes contain a tapetum lucidum that maintains near-complete visual acuity in conditions that render a human observer blind. And it walks in near-total silence, 300 kilograms approaching through deep snow, making less noise than a human walking across carpet. Every system operating simultaneously, a single unified predatory system assembled for one of the most demanding environments on Earth. What you are looking at is not close to perfect, it already is.
The Siberian tiger's hunt begins not with speed, but with patience, sometimes hours of stalking, closing distance by centimeters at a time, using every fold in the terrain, every shadow of every tree. It does not chase its prey into exhaustion. It closes the distance until the gap between predator and prey is too small for survival, and then it removes that gap entirely. When the distance is right, the tiger's body makes a decision that bypasses conscious thought. The stalk ends and the charge begins in a single explosive transition from complete stillness to 50 kilometers per hour. The prey has between 1 and 3 seconds to register the threat and respond. In most cases, that is not enough time. The kill is delivered with a precision that reflects the difference between power and sophistication. The Siberian tiger targets the cervical vertebrae, driving its canine teeth between the bones of the neck with enough force and accuracy to sever the spinal cord in a single application. There is no prolonged struggle. There is a moment of absolute biological competence, and then stillness. A Siberian tiger consumes up to 27 kilograms of meat in a single feeding, caching the remainder under snow to return to over the following days, a sophisticated understanding of resource management in an environment where prey is not always available. A dominant male walks his territory on a circuit that takes 2 to 3 weeks to complete, covering up to 2,000 square kilometers of taiga forest, every scent mark checked, every boundary refreshed. When two adult males meet at a territory boundary, the encounter is rarely decided by physical combat, the negotiation conducted through body language and vocalization, the resident male's advantage, the established chemical record of his presence. His territorial roar carries for 3 kilometers through the Russian taiga, felt as a vibration in the ground before it is heard, reorganizing the behavior of every living thing within its range. In the Russian Far East, the Siberian taiga displaces Ussuri brown bears from kills and trails with a regularity that establishes it as the dominant animal in the ecosystem. Bears up to twice its body weight yielding the path. It swims rivers of several kilometers width in near freezing water without hesitation. It hunts as effectively at night as in daylight. It uses static ambush, remaining motionless long enough for snow to accumulate on its back, as readily as the active stalk. At 50 kilometers per hour, it is simultaneously the largest and one of the fastest land predators in its ecosystem. Russian wildlife researchers call it the ghost of the taiga, a 300-kilogram animal that becomes completely undetectable at 10 meters, disappearing into its landscape so completely that the forest closes behind it without a sound.
There are fewer than 500 Siberian tigers left on Earth. Not 500 in this forest, not 500 in Russia, 500 in total, the entire surviving population of the largest cat that has ever lived, concentrated in a shrinking fragment of the Russian Far East. At the beginning of the 20th century, an estimated 100,000 tigers existed across Asia. By 1940, the Siberian subspecies had been reduced to fewer than 40 individuals by trophy hunting, habitat destruction, and the systematic elimination of their prey base. We brought the ghost of the taiga to the edge of permanent silence. The recovery that followed is one of conservation biology's most hard-won achievements. Through anti-poaching enforcement, prey base restoration, and the establishment of protected reserves, the population has grown from fewer than 40 to approximately 500 today. It is not enough, but it is proof that the alternative to extinction is possible. Every cub that reaches independence carries forward the genetic information, the behavioral knowledge, and the ecological function of an animal the Russian forest cannot replace. Most of what science knows about wild Siberian tigers comes from camera traps, remote sensors on known trails. Each image a confirmation. Still here, still hunting, still alive in a forest humanity came very close to emptying of them forever. The snow covers the print, the forest closes, the ghost is gone. Back into the taiga, back into the cold and the dark and the vast silence that belongs to it. Whether it comes back depends entirely on us. We are the visitors here. We are the ones who need to remember that. The Siberian tiger was here before these forests grew, before the rivers cut the valleys they now occupy. It has watched more winters than we have names for pass over this landscape. It is asking nothing from us that we have not already taken. The dawn comes to the taiga the same way it has come for hundreds of thousands of years, slowly, gray, indifferent to whether what lives beneath it is still there. The tracks in the snow say it is, for now. The tracks in the snow say the ghost of the taiga walked here last night and will walk here again tonight. That is everything. That is enough. That has to be enough. The Siberian tiger, 500 remaining, still here.